Well, hello, everybody. I hope you're all doing fantastically well. It's Connor. What is going on? We're back here with another episode of the Watchalong series, everybody. I hope you're all enjoying it thoroughly. We've got Leeds United versus Derby County today. Always a fun one for me. Derby County. Ugh. After that Frank Lampard saga, it's always good to get one over on them. And I'm hoping for a battering today. I'm predicting a battering today, everybody. And that's what we're going to get. We're going to get it round on the circuit. Look, Leeds going to win today, right? I'm going to start saying it. So I'm going to put it into existence. I've got my yerba mate today. I've got my coffee. And I'll be honest, everyone, we had a bit of a shocker last night. She's going to absolutely kill me for telling you. My missus threw up, bad stomach. Oh, look, you don't want to know this, but I'm going to tell you anyway. So that's why we're a little bit late today. Connor was on nurse duties, doctor's duties all this morning. So it's been a bit chaotic. So apologies. Darren, I could see you in the building, mate, saying, Connor, you're 7 minutes late. Look, mate, I appreciate the fact that you guys are waiting here for me to get on a watch long to be watching the game. And we're actually quite lucky, aren't we, today? The Merseyside derby being called off because of Storm Dara. And yeah, I was thinking to myself, I woke up this morning, I was like, is Leeds going to be affected by that? But we're not. We're on Sky Sports. So yeah, the stream should be a little bit easier for I know a lot of you sometimes struggle a little bit to get your feeds, to get your streams, so it should be okay. Make sure you're dining out with me on the watch long as well, matching up all of your timers and all that sort of stuff. And welcome to Derby fans, because there'll be loads of Derby fans in here as well, won't they? Okay, so Derby's lineup, let's get to it. Zetterstrom and Net, Phillips, Nelson, Cashin, Wilson, Osborne, Ben Osborne, Thompson, Forsyth, Jackson, Yates, Jerry Yates, and Mendes. Lang, we've got Stuart Dallas in the building when it comes to the pre-match analysis. Mickey Bridges, who now, by the way, does Manchester United commentary for Australian and American networks, I believe, allegedly. Come on, Michael, get your bread sorted, mate. Stick with the Leeds. You're supposed to be a Leeds legend, per se. That's why they get you into LUTV. Leeds legend, and you're doing commentary for Man United and gassing them up, mate. Come on. That's me being completely unfair, but there we go. You know, I'm a Leeds fan. Here we go. Okay, Leeds United starting 11. Guys, I ain't seen this. I got my man Liam to send me all the assets. I don't know what's going on right now. I don't know who's starting. So you're going to get my reaction right now. So I'm going to take a sip of Brazilian or Colombia's finest product. Second finest product. Pause. And let's have a look. Melier. Not fine, but there we go. Bogle. Strout. Rodon, Furpo's back. That's good. We all had a little bit of a worry, didn't we, as a fan base, that Schmidt was going to have to come in because Daniel Varka said that he had problems in training the other day. Good news. Tanaka Rothwell, good. Solomon, Aronson, James, Peru. Interesante, as the Spanish say. Okay, so I'm thinking there, no meltdowns ensued, everybody, although I want to go nut. No, I'm joking. That's not what's going to happen. Look, rotation is key. Getting a win today is also key. So I would have 100% gone with either Ramazani or Nonto. If I was being completely brave, I'd have gone with both. It's not really brave because they're two of the best 5 players in the division. But maybe he's just thinking Derby County are absolutely crap, which they are. They lost to Sheffield Wednesday at home last weekend, everybody, and they are a poor side at this level. I'm going to stand with Mr. Farker. I genuinely am on this one, because we all ask for rotation. Somebody clip this and send it to Joe Wainman, by the way, because apparently I never support Daniel Farker. We're all asking for rotation, okay? He's rotated today. Solomon comes back in after a game out of which I think he should have continued. We all thought he should have continued. James in the starting 11 as well, okay? Brendan Aronson, I think he's got some pictures of Daniel Farker somewhere. Of his German Frankfurter? I don't really understand that one. We've got rotation there. You know, you've got rotation there. You can put Nonto or Ramazani the number 10 and take Brendan out. Brendan isn't looking great at the minute, but maybe a game like this against Derby, getting back into the feel of things because Dorbear are not a very good side and Leeds United should be getting all 3 points today. So it's a chance for Solomon. It's a chance for Brendan Aronson. It's a chance for Dan James, although Dan's been brilliant this season, to pitch up with the goals, pitch up with the assists, and pitch up exactly with what Leeds United need. Now, my further point to this was in a home game, I can see paper skin. Greg, how you mate? I can see what he's saying. It's the exact game to give Matteo a run out. What I would say is, I mentioned earlier on in the video, if you haven't checked out the breakdown of the attack, everybody, it's probably the most time I've put into a video in the past 2 weeks. I genuinely go and look at it. Tonight, tomorrow, and it's evergreen. It's basically a breakdown of our attacks, the numbers behind them, all this sort of stuff. I learned something doing it, and it's so interesting. Okay. So the reason I would have started Peru in this game, because we're being balanced here, is because I think your home games against your poorer opponents, even when you go to last season, Joel Peru profited. He was good in those games. Yeah. Derby County are a poorer side today. For me, to breed Matteo Joseph into this starting 11, I would be putting him up against the away sides. The away sides in this division who evoke higher pressure moments for Leeds United, your Millwalls, your Blackburn Rovers, okay? That's where I think Matteo Joseph, the workhorse, is bread and butter. And the fan base will get off his back. It's about strategy, everybody. They'll get off his back when he scores 1 or 2 goals. Bear in mind, he's like 19 years of age, everybody. And there's a mass portion of the fan base saying he's absolutely crap and Bamford's better than him. But Archie Gray was never spoke of in that vein, was he? But look, we know that's the last name, don't we? So, but the whole point, sorry, I'm going for a nibble there. But the whole point, everybody, is if he starts away from home, if he puts in these complete performances away from home, he showcases why he's that workhorse, why he's more athletic, why he's physically imposing, and why he would work in certain games this season, and he's able to get a goal or 2 away from home and then start and then build with the momentum. I showed a graph where Matteo is hitting the corners more than any other player in the championship, hitting the corners every time he shoots. That shows efficiency, okay? It also, if you actually watch this attacking video I did, he's had 27 shots on goal this season. 16 have been on target and 2 have gone in. That is not going to happen on average for the next 27 games. It's not going to happen. Bear in mind, he hasn't started. Sorry, the next 27 shots, I should say. So that's a good way of looking at it, okay? It's going to average out. So that's what I'd be doing with Matteo anyway. Get your comment section. Thanks, Benny. Really appreciate it, mate. We've got some more graphics coming your way as well. Michael says, Connor, so far, this easier game, we should sort this out by half time and bring on some players. I think you bang on, Michael. That Jared says there's no team that can fix him by 10. But yeah, I understand what you were saying, mate, in terms of what you were saying, Greg, in terms of starting Joseph for this one. There's arguments for and there's arguments against, mate. But in terms of what's coming off the bench, if it's not working, we don't want to wait until the 70th minute to do stuff, do we? Okay, the next point we want to talk about today, everybody. Okay. Okie dokie dokie. Talking points. Guys, as well, before we start this as well, proper going into it in the watch along, if you are watching this on a TV, I know majority of my audience watches it on a TV. If you've honestly got a spare 3 minutes, head on over to YouTube, create an account. It takes 3 or 4 minutes. That's it. And just subscribe to the channel. Honestly, guys, I've got a mass portion of you guys who are watching on your TVs. If you subscribe, it means you can like as well. You can comment, you create an account, you can do all these varied bits on YouTube. Just get involved. Make sure you do that, everybody. I've not mentioned that yet. Okay. Connor never blocks you, best live. I don't block, mate. I don't, unless I get like thoroughly abused. I don't block. But let's get on to the talking points. Smashing on the cards. Look, we all know it. We all know it. We all keep saying it as well when it comes to Leeds United. This is prime opportunity. Guys, they've got Mendes Lang up front. Guys, they've got Jerry Yates, Nelson. These are names of which shouldn't be hanging with Leeds United. Get called arrogant. Get called this, that, and the other. I don't care. Football, a lot of the time, people say, oh, it's not played on paper. Majority of the time it is. Majority of the time it is. It's just facts. So Championship's a tough league. It's a tough league. Don't get me wrong. But when you're paying players a certain amount per week, you're paying a rotation player. And I'm not just pinning it on him, by the way, but you pin the rotation player 50, 60 grand a week in Manor Solomon to come in and perform against Derby County. You know, Brendan Harrison, market value, how much is he worth? Dan James, market value, how much is he worth? Joel Peru, top 4-5 strikers in the general consensus in the division. I don't care if we've got rotation. Al Tanaka, best midfielder in the division. Joe Rothwell, one of the most dynamic midfielders in the division. In my opinion, quality-wise, the best back line when you look at everything. When you look at ball playing, distribution out from the back, when you look at contributions from fullbacks and the quality of the fullbacks. Don't get me wrong. Okay, Burnley have argued they've got a better defence than us, but overall, I think the contribution to the overall team, Leeds United's defence, has a lot more talent in it. So we've got a hell of a lot in this side. For me, against Derby, a smashing is on the cards, and it should be. It should be. Okay, Ramazani in the number 10. Look, guys, a lot of these talking points are predetermined, right? They're predetermined. I get onto them before. I say to my editor, look, mate, we need to look at these things, yeah? And I had Aronson in the number 10. I've done an article on oneleeds.com about, Ramazani being in the 10 and the positives of that. I've spoke about William Yonta being in the 10 and the positives of that. But what we know with Daniel Farke going all the way back to Norwich is he doesn't really rotate that much. And I'm actually quite surprised that he's brought Manor Solomon in for this one. That's the big one. That's the big change. But Brendan Aronson just seems to be his favourite child really there. So Ramazani impact. Look, whatever stage he comes on, there's going to be problems. There's going to be problems for Derby County. Don't be too arrogant and don't leave him. I'd be bringing him on. If we're 1-0 up, I'd be bringing him on. Just execute, finish the game, get Derby out of there, try get a few goals. This is a perfect opportunity for goal difference. There's people touting to me, I should say, about 3 or 4 weeks ago, saying goal difference is a big thing now. A lot of people weren't saying goal difference was a big thing ages ago when I was saying we need to score more goals, and you guys in the chat were saying we need to score more goals for that goal difference because it's an extra point. It's a bonus point at stages. Now, this season, it could come down to that. Derby County is a real opportunity to do that. It really is. Top of the table. Opportunity. Sheffield United play tomorrow. It puts the pressure on them. They're away at West Bromwich Albion. I've got a feeling they'll win that one. However, there is a massive opportunity that when you're looking at the table, West Bromwich Albion at home in particular are strong. They are strong. The defence is going to be strong. They've got a goal threat. And Sheffield United, if they win it, fair play to them. Fair play to them, but they're going to be tested. And this is why, like I was saying to you guys a lot of the time, I think we should have gone to West Brom. I think we should have gone to Norwich to win those games. Because I think you're going to get the likes of Sheffield United and Burnley going to win those games, not just come out with a point, which I think we went to those 2 games coming out with. Emma, how you, mate? 2 of the members are in just here. Surely it's a bit too windy today, Robinson. Like a candy wrapper in an air draft, Emma. Logan says, our bench is insane not to win this league. And Purdue on the bench as well. Do you know what, mate? Do you know what? Henry, I hadn't spotted that. My man. Is he on the bench? I didn't spot that. I was doing a live reaction to the team and I didn't see Ampadu. I was too busy looking at the non-so. Ramazani, Solomon situation. What a massive boost that is. You can see their substitutions. Now, he's got to start using these at the right time. I don't think Leeds will be in a lot of trouble today. I don't. I'm going to stick my head above the parapet and say, look, Leeds are going to win this game 3-0. I might be wrong with the score prediction, but I think Leeds will win this game 2-0. I think it'll be comfortable for us. Okay? If it's not comfortable for us, you've got to make changes at half-time. If Leeds are not comfortable, and we're doing some of the similar things that we're doing in the away games, which seems to be a constant at the minute, make changes. So, yeah, that's what I'm looking at. Guys, we have limited Tiger Tanaka merchandise left. There is limited. Got a message this morning from Gav saying, look, mate, we've only got a certain amount left before Christmas. I need you to tell people about it. Look, Tiger Tanaka merchandise, everybody. It is flown out. You've got variations on there as well. Another variation I have bought, and I'm getting through the post as well, which is fantastic for Christmas. Make sure you get on back4.com. You can also get your One Leeds merch, everybody. There's so many cool One Leeds bits on there as well. So make sure you check on that out. Also, if you want to get involved in the Patreon, I will be doing a giveaway before Christmas where you guys don't have to pay for it. I'm going to pay for it, but you have to be part of the One Leeds Patreon clan. So make sure you click the link in the description below. Okay, so let's get on to a few other bits. We're going to get on to a few more of your build-up because I'm literally watching Sky Sports and they're talking about Wigan. Nobody cares. Stick with the One Leeds fan channel. Okay, so let's talk about the pain. Let's talk about the pain. Okay, Leeds United against Derby. So these are the last 4 results, 2 of which I was at the game. I can imagine all of the spice have faded away. Try not to worry. You'll beat us someday. Yes, everybody, what an era at Leeds United that was. Marcelo Bielsa, Leeds storming the league, going to Pride Park and beating Lampard's Derby County. I was there with Mr. Oscar Marriott. And then they came, didn't they? They came and beat us at Ellen Road. Took a dump on the changing room. Frank's fat face, getting very excited. And one of the most heartbreaking moments I've experienced as a Leeds fan. Then 1-1 and 3-1. Obviously, the 3-1, Leeds got the Guard of Honor. So we got you back, didn't we? The Guard of Honor, where you're all clapping us on the way out. That was sweet. Very, very sweet. And Leeds beat Derby on the piss on that day. Wayne Rooney's Derby County. They beat him on the piss, didn't they? So first time we played them in quite a while, really. So it's going to be an interesting one. Going to be an interesting one today. But I'm predicting a big win. Predicting a big win for Leeds United. So they're the previous results. Right. Let's have a look at the key players, shall we? Tanaka, the dictator of play. Nothing else. The tempo. God, it's been a rough night. The tempo, man. Yeah, look. He should be destroying them today. He should be absolutely destroying them. He's got too much quality. He's way too good for them. He's just too good to be true, isn't he? He's just too good to be true. So, listen, I think his play across the thirds when he's dipping in between the centre-backs, picking up the ball, moving it around elegantly, I don't think they're going to be able to cope with that. They shouldn't be able to cope with that. They've not got the quality to cope with that. Or Rothwell. I would actually love to see an assist or a goal with one of these two today. That would be lovely. They've got more than enough quality to do so. And yeah, I'm expecting the Tanaka show today. Mendes Lang is, look, if Mendes Lang is causing Bogle any problems, you can call me Shirley Bassey. Do you know what I mean? I'm a completely different person. He should not be causing Bogle problems. They like to switch wings as well, Derby County, when it comes to those wingers on either side. So keep an eye out for that one. I think we should be okay. It sounds like I'm severely underestimating them. We just should be winning. We should be winning. Let's get a couple of your comments in. West Bromwich Albion love to draw. They do, mate. They do. And I think all of us are very, very similar. I don't think there's any expectation. Like, to be honest, I think you're going to get Chef U picking up the win. But I think what we all want is just Leeds' consistency away from home to begin. And if that begins, we've got Derby County coming up away at Pride Park, which might be a bit of a different task. But we all know if the away form starts to pick up, we start to pick up. Ramazani being back helps a bundle. Why? On that transition away from home, Leeds are going to be an absolute nightmare for teams because they're constantly going to be doing that. Because if they're coming forward, you've got Altanaka on the ball who can distribute, Rothwell can distribute, and then, oh yeah, behind you, who have you got? Yeah, you've got Ramazani and Nonto on that transition. Look, looks like they're doing a special on Tanaka now. But look, it's a very, very real scenario, guys, that we lose this man next season, Altanaka, if we don't get promoted. We lose Ramazani if we don't get promoted. We lose Nonto if we don't get promoted. All your favourite players go if Leeds don't get promoted. So that's why my expectation, my standards are so high this season. They're so high this season. And you can call me pessimistic. You can call me negative. I don't think I am because I always come with a solution, right? I don't think you lot are because you come with a solution, right? I'm expecting a win today. I don't care about all this. Oh, well, the championship's never a given to win a football match. Well, when you've stumbled in as many away games as we have, and you've got the quality that we have on the pitch and on the bench, I don't expect us to be fumbling any more bags. I don't expect us to go on another away win ratio of 3 wins in 9. So today, I'm confident. Why? Because we're at home. And I used to be confident away from home at the beginning of the season. And until probably Millwall, I was confident away from home. The lads need to change that. We need to seriously start picking up points away from home. Today, I'm expecting a Leeds win. I'm going to go 3-0. Get your comments in the section below. But Daniel Farke will know that it's not about the home form. Of course, it plays a part, of course, but it is the away form. You won't make a change at half time, though. Agreed. 3-0. Hopefully, says Cole. German Scott Parker. Jack's in the building. Hey, Jack. Not seen you in a while. How you doing, mate? Nonton Ramazani, both on the bench, and Aronson starting still. Our biggest loss would be Pascal Straug. Hear you saying transition reminds me of Jesse, says Rick. Rick, don't do that to me. Do not do that to me, my man. Yeah. Honestly, but some of the things Farker said, you think Gabe says this to me quite a lot. Some of the things Farker does say, if it'd be in an American accent and almost like a salesman accent, you'd be like, that's Jesse Marsh. But because he says it like this, and the statistics back everything up, and then our data, everything is perfectly fine. It's incredible. Leeds United will go forward with me, Daniel Farker. I will make them some chocolate. I'm a chocolatier by trade, manager by second, and we will look at the statistics, and you're wrong, I am right. Leeds United are good away from home, even though we've won 3-11. We're still very, very good. So, look, it's one of those. Oh, God. Sorry, I'm dying today. Stay with me. No, they didn't. He wasn't as dominant as them, but we dominated possession. Oh, what are you drinking today, everybody? Let me know. Because I want to live my life through you because I'm so ill. So I've gone with the yerba mate today, Marcelo Bielsa's favorite. What are you going with? You got your tea, your coffee, your wine, your beer. Formerly an intro of one Leeds, that. Formerly an intro. If some of you remember it, let me know in the comment section below. If you don't, just don't say anything. Decaf tea, nice one, Darren. Trying to lay off the caffeine. Help that. I need to get into that, mate. Need to get into that. But get your score predictions in the section below, everybody. And as I say, we should be going very, very soon. Let's have a look at the team ratings as well. Yeah. So, look. We know what needs to happen. Leeds is 2 L's off the back of the form. There is Millwall and Blackburn. We know what the pattern is there, and then obviously we look at Derby County and a win, draw, loss, including last week losing at home to Sheffield Wednesday. Hazel, I disagree. That wasn't one of my finest, I'll be honest. That wasn't one of my finest, but I introduced Farker to the fan channel impressions, mate. Michael Normanson was after me and Cagey was after me. Just bear that in mind. Doesn't mean it's better, to be fair. Yeah, but let's just have a quick look at their away form as well, everybody. Did you catch? I'm sure you caught Burnley, Borough last night. Let me know what you think about that in the comment section below. I thought Borough were the better team. Burnley looked way more balanced in the first half. I thought they looked all right in the first half. Probably one of their better performances of the season. But I don't understand why Latiolath wasn't playing. Maybe it was an injury. But if it was squad selection, Bergsorg in that second half on the penalty spot, flipping Eckert, and Ben Doak, by the way. Ben Doak, what a player. They're a good team, Borough. They're going to be a problem. They are going to be a problem. So Leeds need to get the win today and just increase the gap between us and them as well. That'd be quite nice. Take us to the top of the table. If we're just looking at the form away from home, because we'll have a look at Derby. 15th, I thought it'd be worse than that. Away from home, draw, loss, win, draw. So they're not consistent at all. Oh, Yorkshire tea, good. Do you know what someone said to me the other day? Tetley's better than Yorkshire. Absolute blasphemy. Never spoke to that person again. Is the game going ahead? I need to know about Old Trafford. Shout out to you, NFFC. Do you know what, mate? I figured out that you were one of my main contributors. I've got this analytics thing on YouTube now, which tells me who my main contributors are to the channel. You're one of them, mate. So being a Forest fan, thank you so much. Really appreciate it. We've got 2 games on. Mark's in the bit. Mark, you need to simmer down today. Mark's been a little bit rattled recently, haven't you, Mark? He's not been happy, everybody, that we've been maybe talking on Daniel Farke as the captain of the ship needing to improve things. Mark's blaming all of the players, and none of it is Daniel Farke's fault, and the players need to take accountability. So, look, Mark, it's good to see you back, mate. But look, if you want to take a chill pill, mate, I saw your 3 comments in succession on my last video. You're fine doing that, mate. I'll still love you. Okay. It's more 7:05 here, so I'm drinking coffee. Good man, John. What coffee brand have you gone with, mate? Got a cafetiere? Have you got a machine? Right, Farker's on now. We do this all so easily. Oh, good stuff at NFFC. I didn't realize. I didn't realize, mate. I had no. I thought there'd be a Leeds connection there, mate. With you being a Forest fan, guys, as well. Sometimes when the game's going on, I do get donations and I miss them because I am actually watching the game. I come to a lot of the comments at halftime as well. I just want to say thank you so much to all of you who donate. All of you who get involved. The super chats massively help the channel. They all go to the running of the channel, which, believe it or not, is not cheap at all. So thank you so much. As you know, I'm just an independent fan content creator. That's all I am. Not got any big business behind me helping me out. So thank you so much. Really appreciate all of your support because it goes a long, 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 long way. So thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Mark says, looking at Tanaka, Rothwell, and Nonto to have massive games and prove that they could be Prem players. Mark, I don't know if they're going to prove that against Derby County, but yeah, I know what you mean. Nonto and Ramazani as well, mate. They're not playing at the minute. So your man, Farke, who, look, is my man as well, he's my manager as well, but he's got to start the players, as well. This is my whole argument with Joseph. He needs to start football matches to impress the fan base. Yeah, thanks, Darren. Really appreciate that, mate. Thank you so much. So let's just have a quick look at these lineups then, everybody. Oh, so this is what we're going for. This is what we've gone with. Okay. So Melier, Bogle, Strout Road on Firpo, out Tanaka, but the bench, that is massive. Thanks so much, Darren. Really appreciate it, mate. Ampadu on the bench. We've not even spoken about it, but Ethan Ampadu on the bench is huge. I mean, what would you guys honestly do? Like, I read the numbers out the other day, and it was actually quite interesting. So Brendan's created 26 chances this season. Rothwell's created 26 chances this season, and he only came in after Norwich or during the Norwich game. 26 chances. We know how Rothwell's been. I feel like I have to talk on Rothwell because it feels like he's going to come out. But the difference, the interesting one would be Rothwell and Ampadu, or Tanaka and Rothwell maintaining. That's the balance, isn't it? I don't know what you do. Leeds are going to go way. It feels like we're going to go way further back without a dynamic midfielder in that double pivot. Like taking Rothwell out, replacing Rothwell with Ampadu is a very, very different player, isn't it? Very different player. There we're not talking about a sort of a like for like replacement. It is a defensive or a central midfielder for a central midfielder / advanced number 8. So yeah, that's the interesting side of it for me. That's the real interesting side of it. Jack says Rothwell in the 10. Yeah. Now you're getting told as well that Rothwell couldn't do that job. Now, we're not saying out and out in the number 10, are we, Jack? We're not just saying sit in that pocket, don't move, yada, yada, yada. I'm more talking about in that pocket, you're almost like a little bit of an advanced state. You got flat midfield 3, and then you've just got one that's a little bit further forward. He's got a little bit more license to roam. That's what I want to see with Rothwell. That's what we've got right now as well. But he's never going to do it. He's never going to go to a 3. I think when we went to a back 3 in pre-season, I nearly had heart failure. I couldn't believe it deviated away from the 4-2-3-1. But we do have that ability. We do have that notion. It's going to be really interesting to see. Really interesting to see. Mark's in here, Mark. Love the show. Would not tune in otherwise. Not seen team. Just in from putting the professional shift in at work. And Mark, we expect the players to do the same thing, don't we, mate? Good man. Nathan says Farke could have said Nonto is on the bench as he is in 4 yellows, and that James and Solomon have had better end products. That's what he said, Nathan. Is that what he said? Let us know, chat, if Nate's spot on with this. Because that's fine, the 4 yellow thing, but just shut up. You don't need to say that additional bit, do you? My God. Because you know what I think with that? I just think, well, you look at the overall season and you won't be in the position that you're in without Willian Yonto because he's the biggest contributor when it comes to big chances, when it comes to goals and assists combined. I think Peru might be slightly ahead of him now. But I just think there's sometimes there's no need to say that. Just say, yeah, he's on 4 yellow cards and we just made a decision internally. That's it. You don't need to say Solomon and James have been producing more recently. You just don't need to say that. People can read between the lines. Just Nonto hearing that as a player, hearing that, and I got to a pretty decent level as a player hearing that'd do me head in that. That'd annoy me. Yeah, sometimes. Anyway. Four 1 easy says Leeds old school. Rick says it's a hard one, Connor, but I think Amps got to work exceptionally hard to get back in the starting 11. I agree, mate. Nothing short of convincing win is good enough today. Also, last 5 yellows to count. Willie on the bench, but Rodon walking a tightrope. Do you know what, mate? And if you guys don't know, Rodon's on 4 yellows, Nonto's on 4 yellows. And if they pass this game, say this is the cut-off point, right? So then they're not at danger. Okay. So what I would say to that is, you know, I think it's a good move on that front. I think it is a good move on that front. But I would have liked to have seen Ramazani in that starting 11. But maybe he's just thinking that we've got more than enough, which we have got more than enough to win this game without Ramazani. And with Solomon in there and James, but sometimes Farke, I just wouldn't be saying that. Okay. Hello, Connor. Just joined. Paul, how we doing, mate? What's going on in your world, buddy? Mark, if I was the manager, I would not say anything every week. Imagine being pulled up on every little word you say every time. Mark, yeah, there's 2 sides to that, mate. There's 2 sides to it, isn't there? It's I agree with you. I completely agree with you. You just go, but he is a talker, and we know that, mate. You know, he is a little bit like Jesse in that respect. Do you know what I mean? He's a big talker. He enjoys his press conferences. He's very detailed about every single answer. And in Germany, they used to call him the talker, didn't he, when he worked at Mönchengladbach? I just think sometimes he doesn't need to say that. You don't just say left him out for selection reasons. No problem. 4 yellow cards, whatever. You don't then need to say they've been in better form and they've scored more goals. And I'd be saying that, by the way, if it was Solomon. If it was the other way around, I'd be saying it. I'd be saying, you know, do you need to say that about Solomon? You know, it's not just because it's a Willian Yonto thing. Alistair, keep up the good work. Been a non-local Leeds fan, not been able to get to games. The community is vital. Alistair, as I say, mate, thank you so much. Really, really appreciate that, mate. It's a lovely, lovely, lovely thing to say as well. You know, sometimes you don't realize what you've managed to foster as a content creator. And my proudest thing is, you know, it's not views, it's not subscribers, it's a community base that I get on all the watch-alongs, on all the live streams, in the comment section. Some of you are silent contributors as well. You don't say anything, which is fantastic as well. I know you guys are all there in the background, and that's absolutely fine as well. But the community we've got on One Leeds is something that I'll take with me to my grave, because it's probably been, you know, it's been the most. I'm so proud of what we've harnessed here. So, Alistair, comments like that, mate, I really, really appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you so much for your support, mate. I really appreciate that. Thank you. No, Paul. No Nonto. No Nonto at all, mate. No Nonto at all. He's on the bench. So there is Nonto, but he's on the bench. 4 yellow cards, though, bud. 4 yellow cards. Okay, so we'll get the little scoreboard up, everybody, and we've got 14 minutes, I think, till kickoff. Excuse me. Always the setup, Connor. Game on TV. Connor on the phone. Double commentary is how we like it. Good man, mate. Good man. P. Morton. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, Paul says, I don't know any Leeds fans around me, so it's good you're here. That's the thing, man. It's a big thing. Like when I went to America as well, that was a big thing. You know, when I was in Oz doing it for the previous channel I worked for, you realize how, and even in the UK, you know, I want to do some bits in and around here as well, if I can. But you realize that some people just don't have your dad to sit there and watch the game with. They don't have your brother. Like, I'm lucky. Do you know what I mean? I've got family members, I've got friends who are all Leeds fans, so I can talk to them about Leeds. I've got sponsors who are Leeds fans. Do you know what I mean? So, and that reminds me, we've got a brand new sponsor coming very, very soon, everybody. So keep an eye out for that one. It's an e-commerce site as well, so I'm really excited to get it launched. And you guys are going to love it. You're going to absolutely love it. There's loads of stuff, loads of little bonuses, Leeds bits of which you guys can get involved in as well. Everybody, football prizes. I keep saying this to you, for about £3.99 for about what a coffee's worth nowadays. Link in the description below, and you'll be entered into a raffle where you get the opportunity to win hospitality tickets, shirts. I'd do it if you're all looking for presents and stuff like that for your kids, your family members. Get involved, because some of the hauls are ridiculous. And as you know, everybody, Rick and the gang, IPM Group UK, sponsor this video. All your CCTV security needs, keep it in the Leeds United community. First link in the description below. We must play well in this game. I agree, mate. I agree. Greg says, same mate, I'm surrounded by Borough fans, so they say any scale. Oh, bloody hell, mate. Bloody hell. That's not good. Snap live on TV with Connor commentating. Good lad. Love this, lads. Love this. Will says, love these earlier games. Don't have to stay up till 4 a.m. Australia. Come on, the Whites. Will, I've not seen you before, mate. I've not seen you. Welcome. Solomon to play today, I reckon. He's already playing, mate. He's already playing, but yes. As I said, everybody, if a lot of you are watching on Facebook and Twitter as well, just go and set up a YouTube account. Honestly, it takes you 2 minutes. It just means you're within the community. I can, invite you to things. I can do little bits with you. If you're just on Facebook and just on Twitter, I can't do these things. So make sure you set up a YouTube, subscribe to the channel as well. And we'll get going with it. So score predictions, everybody. Let me know in the comment section below. Dan says he had that dream. Dan, love that, mate. Love that. I had a dream that we scored 7. I didn't have a dream because my girlfriend was ill all night, which was fun. If you're watching. But yeah, no, I didn't dream last night. But no, listen, I'm expecting a big win today. I'm relaxed. I'm pretty confident. I'm buoyant. And yeah, I'm expecting the Leeds to be top of the table by the end of today, by the end of proceedings. And yeah, that's what I'm expecting. Standards, expectation, all of you guys know on this channel, and all of you, I know you do, because a lot of you have stuck with me from day dot. You know what I'm about. I've never changed when it comes to Leeds United, ever. That's probably, it could be a bad thing, but it can be a good thing as well, you know. And the reason I'm saying that is because I said in pre-season that my expectations are up here. My expectations are to get promoted out of this division. It's not 3rd, 4th, 5th, or 6th, by the way, because we don't do well there, do we? So my expectations Leeds to be in the top 2. So that's the standard. 2 and a bit points per game, please. 10 minutes to go. Ben says, love the channel. I don't put in chat, but watch every video from both you or Joe since all these TV. Thank you so much, Ben. Lovely comment. Lovely comment. Sakamoto. Hello, Sakamoto. Not seen you in a while. 3-1 Leeds. Joseph subbed on, bags a goal. Mark says 3-0. We will take all of our chances. Midfield will run the show. And Melier to save 3 pence. Do you know, if he did, Mark, I'd say give him a new contract. No, I wouldn't. Look, they're bigging up Spygate. They're bigging up Spygate. My God, do you remember that? Darren Bent, Cocoms, and Fat Frank. Look at him. Keith Andrews in the studio. Do you remember? And we just took them apart in that period. We took them apart, but I guess they won the decisive one, didn't they? But I don't know if they did win the decisive one, because they gave us a guard of honor. They gave us a guard of honor. I can't believe we apologized for that crap. It's showing it all again. It's bringing it all up. Leeds apologized, gave an official apology. They're showing us the playoffs. They're showing us the playoffs. Kim Aroof scoring. Oh, man. Raptures in the away end. Raptures. And then the second. I don't want to watch it. Don't want to watch it. I'm not watching it. I'm not watching the second. I'm not watching. I don't care. I'm not watching it. I can't see his face again. Nah, nothing happened. We won that game. We won at Wembley, and that's when we went up. Oh, look at him. Egomaniac. Oh, they're in the changing rooms there. We know what happened there as well. Classless. Look at him. I don't want to do this anymore. Why have they done that? Yeah, that's right. EFL Archives. Show us some Leeds 4, Derby 3. That's what I want to look at. 1997 is this? Ian Hart. Oh, young Ian Hart. What a strike. It wasn't Ian Hart. There's the other left-footed wizard we had on that side. Brilliant. I used to have these on VHS, you know. I used to have this on VHS. All Leeds, aren't we? Ben, love you, man. Thank you so much, bud. Thank you so much. Hi, Connor. Is the game still on? It is, buddy. It is. I've always been here, mate. Always like the videos. Don't always comment, mate. And there's a majority of you who are like that, Sakamoto. I see you, mate, and I respect you and I love you. Thank you so much. Even just being there, mate, it means the world. So is that King Clancy? Is that King Clancy? I'm testing my football memory. It was. Guys, you know what? I've got a football brain. I'm telling you, my football brain from that period of time, genuinely, from like the mid-90s, early noughties, is unreal. I used to have VHSs of Michael Owen's first 100 goals, Robbie Fowler's first 100 goals, the Premier League season reviews for 10 years on the bounce, Leeds United season reviews for 10 years on the bounce. I have a vault of football knowledge from about 1996-7 to 2003-4. Genuinely, guys, that was my period. If I was on Mastermind, get me in there. Do you know what I mean? Get me on there. Martin, always there. Always there, man. Always see you as well. Top man, buddy. Make sure you get a comment in so I can read it out for you, bud. Must wait, but I'm confident the lads have locked it down. As I say, guys, thank you so much. Need to get on Pingu's football quiz, Connor lad. Yes, Scott. I watch Pingu quite a bit, to be honest. I do love a football quiz. Do you know what I'm always a bit worried about? Getting stitched up. Do you know what I mean? Like, do you know if someone doesn't like you, if someone's not a fan of you, and they stitch you up proper, like I'm like, look. Oh, come on, but you got to be fair. Do you know what I mean? You got to be fair. I don't want to go on and have these ridiculously stupid questions. I'm all right with hard questions, but stupid questions. You know what I mean? In the game between in Leeds 4, Derby 3, how many people were at the ground that day? Do you know what I mean? To the nearest. I mean, it's probably a normal question, really, actually, isn't it? It's probably quite a simple question. But do you know what I mean? Stuff like that. I actually want to be able to give a proper answer. Do you know what I mean? So Joe Road on new hairdo. Leeds 4-0. No, Paul, I've not been on Mastermind, mate. Not been on Mastermind. Yeah. So yeah, everyone, we're getting closer to kick off. Now you've mentioned Joe Rodon's hairdo. We'll come to Jedward. What are you rating the Jedward trim? Give it out of 10. And I know some of you won't normally comment. Some of you will be on Twitter just be like, I just want to comment and say 0. What are you rating this trim? Right? Frosted tips. I've had it now for about 5 months. Are you guys rating it? Do I suit it? Some of the women in the chat have got a little bit more style than the men. Let me know in the comment section below. I've had more hairdos on this channel than opinions. Just like to spice it up, guys. What can I say? With 4 or 5 minutes to go, you're all looking at Joe Roden, and I'm taking the attention off him and projecting on camera. There we go. 4.5. The problem is I take the piss out myself too much as well. 4.5 minus 1. 9, Snowy. Otis. Yeah, mate, you've got a cool name. So I know you're a cool guy if your name's Otis as well. What a name. Otis Bailey. What a name. We used to have the best name I saw on the channel was Bowen Llewellyn. Bowen, if you're in the chat, I don't know if you will be, but Bowen Llewellyn. I think Otis Bailey is the coolest name I've ever heard. 7 out of 10, 7.5. Good, man. That's all right. It's all right. It's all right. Sugary goodness coming in. Used to have that in the early time. Mate, Do you know what I mean? There was a player in the early 2000s. There was a player. He scored away at Lazio. 1-2 from Mark with him and Mark Viduka. And he broke our hearts. Then he broke my heart. A little man from Rothwell. He used to have blonde hair up front. Oh. Why'd you do it, Smudge? Why'd you do it? I'd rate your hair higher than the number of Bamford's cities he's missed. There you go, Otis. You give me a 4.5, mate. I'm telling you, you've got the coolest name I've ever heard. There we go, Otis. I reckon you've got to be a cool Otis. What's your job? Are you like a cool singer? I bet you are. I bet you are. But you've got a couple of albums out, platinum. Right, everybody. I'm deliriously tired. But we're getting closer to kickoff now. Yes, John. Yes, John B's wife. Love it. Love it. Okay, so get your score predictions in, everybody. Sub 70th minute. Pretty beige bloke, live in Whitby, work as a gardener. Otis, what on earth? Really? Otis, my goodness. Get yourself to Robin Hood's Bay, mate, and you can do something. They like folk singing in Robin Hood's Bay. Get yourself there, mate. Get yourself on like an open mic night. We can get John Mallet on the guitar, who's part of the Whitby Bay Whites, Robin Hood Bay White. What? The Whitby Whites? Is it the Whitby Whites? And there's a big gang of them there, mate. Get yourself on the mic and we'll see how good you are at singing. I bet you just start singing and everyone in the crowd's like, oh, it's Otis Bailey. I mean, it all starts 3-0. I'm out about 3-0. 3-0 Leeds. Mr. Bean. Thanks, mate. I appreciate that. Mr. Bean. Otis pulls worldies on a weekly basis. Top lad proper clobber. MW, if you were part of the channel, mate, top lad proper clobber would definitely be on a t-shirt. Okay, everybody. Back to Leeds United stuff. We're coming out now. They do have Petr. It looks like they've got Petr Cech in there. Right, the lineup's coming out for me now. I know a lot of you guys get upset at the fact you're not on my time. So, look, bear with me now. We're on the lineups right now. I'm going to be switching my notifications off because I will have Leeds United on notifications. I do indeed. Okay, Bogle, Rodon, Strout, Firpo, Tanaka, Rothwell, James, Aronson, Solomon, Peru on the bench, Darlow, Ethan Ampadu, Patrick Bamford, Lardy Ramazani, Matteo Joseph, Guy Lavoggi, and I missed the rest of them. For Derby County, Zetterstrom in net. Brilliant keeper. Had a very good start to the season and probably one of the top 6-7 goalkeepers in this division. Phillips, Nat Phillips, Nelson, Cashin, Wilson, Osborne, Ben Osborne, Thompson, Forsyth, Jackson, Yates. Sorry, Miss Jackson. Mendes, Lang. Okay, everybody. So it's a very, very different Derby County from last time they played against Leeds United. Joe Rodon has got a new trim. Let's have a look at his new trim. Okay. Also, hold on. He slicked it back. I thought Joe Rodon was going bald. Has Joe Rodon been to Turkey? Has he been to Turkey in a week? Guys, is this in the chat that Joe Rodon was going bald? Maybe he is going bald. Maybe he is going bald. He's just not, you know, it's just one of those things. He's pulled it back and it's thinning a little bit. Anyway, we need to stop talking about hair. But the game is going to be kicking off very soon, everybody. So stick with me. We'll get the timer on. Morning, Connor, 2-0 Leeds. Morning, Sujal's in the building. Hey, Sujal. Is Ampadu actually fit? Mate, if he's on the bench, he's fit enough. Connor looks like 4-1 Leeds. 2-0 Leeds Pro and James. Yeah, good lad, Otis. That's it, mate. That's it. Morning, Connor, says Tez. 2-0 Leeds. He's got a new hairline, he has. But look at the lads on the bench. Look at Nonto pointing at Ampadu. They're all... I love that. Look at that. That's great. Nonto sees the camera coming to him and tells the camera to point at Ampadu. It just shows they've got a great camaraderie in the team. Come on then, boys. Let's go, everybody. 3-0 Leeds. Beating these absolute my. Sorry, but I'm going to call them it. Shithouses, Derby County. I don't like Derby County. I associate Derby County now with me. I had a bad experience at Pride Park, by the way. They're a naughty bunch outside, and me and Oscar nearly had to run for our lives. But yeah, nightmare. Is that the doorbell going? Oh, the doorbell's just going, and I can't do anything, so I'm on a watch along. Classic. But yeah, look, don't like Derby. Never used to mind them, but don't like them anymore. But we're going to get going with the watch along, everybody. And what I'd like to say is thank you once again. We've had 3 donations 3 donations so far. Thank you so much to anybody who donates. It really helps the channel. And as I say, guys, I normally just watch the game and commentate. So if any come in, thank you so much. But we're about to get going. Oh. Right, hold on, everyone. Oh. Sorry about this, everybody. The timer is wrong, which is classic. So we're just going to move it on. Right, well, the time has gone a bit wrong, so we're just going to wait on a little bit. Sorry if you can just see my head. But, yeah, hold on. Should be all right now. Boom, we're off. Classic. Classic McGilligan. It doesn't work again, but we're all good. Okay. Okay, so Derby. Hey, Lappers. How's it going, mate? Right, everybody. Slap a like on the video if you're joining new. Leeds versus Derby County. Yeah, okay. So, oh, by the way, do you remember last time when Daniel Farker had that coat on? I was asking a lot of people where he got the coat from. I found out where he got the coat from, guys. That is probably one of the most expensive coats I have ever seen online. So, Daniel Farker enjoys his coats and he spends a lot of money on them. So there we go. Okay, so Derby from a goal kick now on that right hand side, Mendes Lang, and it's chaperoned out by Junior Firpo. Paul Warne there. Very, very different figure. I like Paul Warne, to be fair. He's better than that all other swat they had. But yeah, I like Paul Warne. He's very respectful, good guy. See, imagine Paul Warne and Bielsa. That's a foul throw as well, but Derby get away with it. Nat Phillips. But yeah. Will this be a slow start for Leeds United? It'd be interesting to see. Hopefully not. Interesting as well, everybody, for the commentators on Sky. Since I've been doing the watch-alongs and actually muting them, I've had a different perspective on games. Honestly, a completely different perspective on games. Because sometimes they're just so ridiculously biased. It's unbelievable. Anyway, Derby kick it out. Goes through, but straight back to Elan Mel. It looks windy. It looks very, very windy going towards Leeds United here. Joe Rodon sporting his new hairdo, and you can tell the ball is catching up. So I'm going to have to keep it on the ground. Every pass is going to have to be pretty crisp. And that, everybody, is Storm Dara. So maybe the conditions are going to play a part today. I don't know. Maybe when we're talking about it being 3 or 4-0, this might affect it a little bit. I'm not sure. Peru knocks it off. Rothwell. And it's booted clear. Now, does this ball travel? It is traveling. It's really, really look at the trajectory of the ball, everybody. So going towards Elan Mele in this first half, and he's just thrown it out, and it's barely moving. So towards Elan Mele, if they're getting some shots off this half, but the onus is going to be on Leeds in that second half with all the possession to be and the wind advantage to really be hammering that Derby goal. It's a Derby kit that's very reminiscent of that 97 kit, isn't it? Tanaka, Rothwell. Tanaka again. Looking for a bit of movement. Goes to Strout next to him. Very congested. Very, very congested Derby County here, as we expected. A proper low block this. No massive pressure on Leeds United, just sort of sitting back. Leeds got to come through this. Bogle formerly of Derby. Tanaka, formerly of that team as well, by the way. See, Rothwell tries to play the ball forward and it's lost the flight completely. Firpo picks it up. Firpo goes back here. Strauch. Tanaka. Aronson. Keep it. Loses it. See, that's what I'm talking about, everybody. I think he's the most dispossessed Leeds United attacker. It says a lot. As the goalkeeper clears it and the wind is travelling with it, which means Derby have got right up the pitch. And it's not a foul. I think it's Jerry Yates trying to win a foul there. Pascal's done well. Tanaka. Rodon. Rodon pushing quite far up here, interestingly. Tanaka. Tanaka and Bogle, 1-2s. Bogle, yeah, completely forgot about Bogle being against his old team here and that Derby County team, the Lampard team. Marginally frustrating. Strout. Solomon. Cuts inside. Lovely feet. I thought he could have gone inside there. Tanaka. James. Fronting up there, left back, puts the ball into the box, headed out. Tanaka again. Goes back, Leeds recycling possession. Strout. Rothwell. Solomon. Need a bit of movement here because it is very lateral, as we say on this channel quite a bit. Patience is the game, but you want to be quick and incisive as well because we know patience at points isn't always a virtue. Perot pressed and he needs to stop coming towards the ball, Peru. He needs to just use a little bit of intelligent movement off the centre-backs. He comes towards the ball way too much, which makes it way easier for a centre-back. He doesn't peel off them. He needs to start peeling off them here. So at the minute, Leeds are doing a very, very side-to-side thing. And it started raining at Ellen Road now as well. Rothwell. You feel that the second half's going to be a lot more easy for us with the wind. Serious, this wind's mad. You can't really put the ball in the air, which is going to restrict Leeds from going forward a little bit in terms of just playing that ball. They've got to be quicker though, Leeds here. Dan James on the right. Goal kick. Oh no, maybe it is. Maybe it is blowing the other way. I feel like a weather woman here. Sunderland scored 1-1. Interesting. Joe's in the building. How deep are Derby already out of possession? Yeah, mate, 100%. 100%. Why are the fans singing Marcelo Bielsa? I think it's pretty self-explanatory, isn't it, mate? Pretty self-explanatory. It's an awful day. It's already where I am on the dark side of the Pennines. It's already massively hitting this storm, everyone. Don't know if some of you, that is picking up. How is it? The corner flag was doing it the other way. Are Leeds facing the... Guys, let me know in the chat. Are Leeds playing towards the wind or with the wind or against it? It looks like, because the ball's getting caught up, it looks like we're playing against it, but I just saw the corner flag and it was blowing towards the cop, if that makes sense, as in on their side. So I'm just trying to see how it's going to... it's just... Pascal's trying to move with the ball and it's just catching up. Rodon, Tanaka, loses it. It's definitely on Derby's. I'm not... It's got to be on Derby's side, hasn't it? Afternoon, got Leeds and Macca watching you, waiting to pick my son up to go to the den. Hiya, Dan. How's it going, mate? Long ball forward. Derby are absolutely tripe, aren't they? They're absolutely tripe. There's no invention here whatsoever. It's just kick ball long. But it's up to Leeds. It's up to Leeds. You can already... Look, as Dan will know, Millwall fan, and I thought Millwall were really good against us, to be fair. Didn't think they just sat back. I didn't think Blackburn just sat back, but Derby have just come to sit back. There is no point of which they're coming to play football here. So, Solomon. Rothwell. Lee's just ticking the ball over, but I'd like to see us hitting between the lines a little bit more. A bit more risky football would be nice here. Maybe Leeds are a little bit more worried about the weather conditions and losing the ball a little bit, maybe. And then Derby just getting a little nick on the ball and then coming forward. But we've got to be a little bit braver in possession here. 10 minutes have gone and Leeds are just a little bit lateral. Need to see more movement from the front line. Need to see more from Brendan Aronson, more from Joel Peru, and maybe a little bit more risk from the centre-backs in terms of playing this pass. Lovely. Better from Bogle. Aronson had to play that ball. Dan James is in. Dan James is literally in. The left back's gone too far forward. Brendan Aronson, this is what I'm talking about, people. This is what I'm talking about. He is not incisive enough in those. He's got look at Dan James there on the right hand side. He's in. He's in. If I'm Dan James, I'm screaming at Brendan Aronson there. He's in. Brendan gets his feet mixed up again. Not been too harsh on him, but it's two decent moments for him there in this game so far. Brendan Aronson. Got to be better in those positions. With the greatest respect, he's playing in the Championship. He was bought as a Premier League player, playing Champions League football. He's completely out of form. Completely out of form, but Farker will just stick with him, whatever the weather, rain or shine. And I think Willie Nonso and Ramazani would offer us so much more in that number 10. You've seen them both. You've seen them both centrally. James, Aronson. Again, going back instead of Tanaka, who's further forward at that point. Rothwell fizzes it out wide. Lovely ball. Got his laces on it so the wind didn't keep it up. Junior Firpo on this left-hand side has just lost the ball. He's just, yeah. Is there something with us in early kickoffs? Like, I know Sky Sports love us, so they always put us on early kickoffs, but there just seems to be, everybody, a lack of intensity with Leeds at these midday kickoffs. Have they got strong enough coffee? Do they need the Colombian stuff? Have they just got some shite bits from the co-op? You know, it just seems that we have this lack of intensity at the minute. Needed to be quicker from Aronson. I agree, Emmett. Tanaka and Rothwell getting each other's way. Aronson wins a free kick. Stick with me here, everybody. We've got the instant match reaction, and this is what I'm writing notes down for. I'm going to touch on there and not on here, but definitely on there after the match. So stick with me. Rolled on. Solomon pushed all the way back. Leeds are just not protecting the ball in the final third. We're not protecting the ball in the final third. We're getting pushed back. Rothwell. Rode on. Gets pressed a little bit there, and he's bumbled. Melee clears, and the wind is bringing it all the way back. I mean, that is just horrendous. Leeds are definitely against the wind, as you can probably tell by that. Rode on now. Jaden Bogle, a little bit of space for Leeds. Derby have really pushed forward. Leeds have got a real opportunity here. It is 5-on-5. Jaden Bogle. Fucking hell. Leeds in the final third sometimes. You know, it's unbelievable how Jaden Bogle has mucked that pass up. Unbelievable. What a transitional moment for Leeds United. What an opportunity. And Leeds, once again, bad decisions. Solomon. Leeds working very, very hard to cultivate anything here, really. Bogle, loads of space. Dan James on the overlap. Ball played in, blocked, but excellent block. Excellent block. Mendes Lang recycles the ball. Forsyth. Nat Phillips getting pressed. Does really well there. Just plays the ball out to cash in. Phillips again. Derby trying to play the way out. Tackled by Joe Rothwell. Excellent pressing. And Manor Solomon just stands there with his hand in the frigging air. And Rothwell wins it back again. Excellent pressing from Joe Rothwell. Manor Solomon, as Rothwell makes the first tackle, there's a second ball to be won. Manor Solomon stands there with his frigging hand in the air. Then Rothwell recovers another play out for a Derby throw in there. Excellent from Rothwell. Needs to be more though there from Manor Solomon. That's really poor. Really, really poor. Derby free kick. Yeah, that's it, Freddie. Feels like that at the minute, mate. Ball flung in. Aronson, release it. Wins a foul, and it's going to be a yellow card there. I think we have confirmed that. I mean, this second half should be brilliant for Leeds with the amount of attacking options we have and the wind. I mean, the wind's just going. It's holding everything up. Caden Jackson. Oh, that. Do you remember that? Caden Jackson, the one who was going on about Leeds when Ipswich got promoted. Do you remember? Was he singing Leeds are falling apart again? Bogle does really well. Perot, quicker. Loses the ball, Perot. You've got to be a little bit more intense than that, Joel. Looks half asleep, loses the ball to Derby County in a really good situation for Leeds United there. Mendes Lang, Caden Jackson, Nat Phillips. Once again, the Joel Peru thing of everybody just so pedestrian sometimes. So pedestrian. Derby will be happy with this first 15 minutes. Leeds really haven't done anything. There's Forsyth's on the ball. Mendes Lang. Come on, Joel, press. It's just such a steady jog. Watch Joel Peru and his press. He's so steady. It's not aggressive as a defender. You know, I played centre back many times when I was playing football. I wouldn't be worried about Joel Peru coming towards me with the press. Jackson loses the ball. Rothwell. Leeds' best player so far, I'd say. Solomon has been one of the worst players. Falls over on the floor again instead of keeping hold of the ball. He's been absolutely tripe, Manor Solomon, these first minutes in terms of just keeping hold of the ball. Goal kick Leeds. All Solomon's doing is complaining to the referee. Was it a foul? No, it's not a foul. Get on with it. Get your big boy pants on. It's a brilliant tackle from Nat Phillips. It's aggressive. No, it's not a foul for me, that. It's not a foul. Needs to retain possession. There's a couple of times now where he's starting to irritate me, man, or Solomon. So Rothwell. Tanaka. James. Up against Mendes Lang. Take him on. Goes back. Tanaka. Ball in. Ooh, Peru, nice little touch there. Tries to keep it in play. Firpo does well defensively, wins it back. Peru. Aronson. Tanaka. Got to be quicker. Out wide. Dan James. Ball in. Headed out. Better from Leeds, though. Rodon. Perot. Rodon. Bogle. Lovely play. It's not a foul. Don't give it as a foul. Well done. Well done, referee. Tanaka. Oh, it's a great ball in. Just needed a touch from Perot. Cashin comes away with it. Plays the ball down the wing. They've obviously got the win with him. Caden Jackson here. Trying to take Stroud off a pace. Stroud does really well. Melee. Good football from Leeds. Firpo. Aronson. Pass it. Pass it. Fucking hell. Mind my language. Mind my language. You're telling me I cannot believe people are still telling me Ramazani in that number 10 or Nonto in that number 10 is a worse option than Brendan Aronson at the minute. Overthinking. No composure at the minute. One assist all season. Why is he still in this Leeds United 11? Hopefully he proves me wrong and scores. But I'm not just having Brendan Aronson in this Leeds United 11 because he runs around a lot. Needs to start contributing more with quality-wise in that attacking third. Speak of the devil, he's on the ball. All of his completed passes so far have just been backwards. Needs to be better in that final third. And Firpo's gone down, everybody off the ball. It's gone down off the ball. It's not good. Bloody hell, he's not got. Has he got Byram on the bench? If he hasn't, I don't know what he's going to do. MW, top man. Get yourself a pint, Connor. Appreciate the content you give us, mate. From Lao Island. Pronounced Lao. Leash. Let me know, MW. I'm going to be coming over to Ireland, mate. That is the plan for early next year. I'm going to be doing a watch-along, interviews with fans. If anybody has some, honestly, if anybody has some places to go, you know, whatever, let me know in the comment section below. Leash sounds great, mate. Sounds really good. Verba coming on. Guys, just let me know. Is Schmidt on the bench? Have I got my? Let me check my lineups again. Is Schmidt on the bench? And has like guys? By the way, if we got Firpo back again, you know, like the old Firpo, where it's injuries every 2 minutes. It's getting more and more injuries, isn't he, guys? That's my worry with Firpo at the minute. Verba, right. So the rumors are that he's going to be going, right? This is what I don't understand, right? So if he's going, which I presume there's conversations, there will be conversations right now with Leeds and Red Bull and if it is Mönchengladbach with Verba. So you're having these conversations. Why? Why then? I'm not saying this is confirmed, but it's very likely. He's not playing football. He's an Austrian international. He's better than the Championship's bench, right? So if he is going in January, why don't you just invest in your future and start bringing Schmidt on? Don't understand it. And that stinks to me. I'm being speculative, but it stinks to me of the 49ers bringing Schmidt in and Farke not wanting him, or Farke, him not being Farke's man, you know? That can happen in football clubs, by the way. Him not being that keen on him. I mean, we've seen Schmidt in for about 20 minutes and he got an assist and he looked really good. I thought he looked good. It was game state, but is he worse than Verba? I don't know. Yeah. Bizarre to me. I like Max and I think it's a good decision, but with the rumours we've heard this week as well, involving Max and potentially another club or another couple of clubs, if that is true. Normally no smoke without fire, especially when you've got all the Leeds. Like he's not playing at all, really, for Leeds. And he's actively said he wants to play minutes. Why are we putting him on now? I don't understand why he's putting him on. It's just short-term thinking for me. James. Bogle. Goes for James again. Good football. Plays the ball. Here we go. Brendan Harrison. Blocked. Leeds' probably best chance of the game. Harrison getting himself into a good spot there. Wins a corner for Leeds. Corner. Rothwell. By the way, how good is this man's corners? Set pieces. Rothwell. Great ball. He can't header footballs, guys. He can't header footballs, this man. Joe Rodon has just missed the sitter. Penalty spot. Just seen Emmett say it. You see, that is, I have to say, that is abysmal from Joe Rodon. That is abysmal. He's free of his man, completely free of his man. He's wrestled past him. Joe Rodon hasn't scored, I don't think, a headed goal for us. He's 6'3". He's a centre back, and he's put that wide. He's got to score that. We can only rely on Pascal Strout from set pieces, people, because Joe Rodon, I don't know what's wrong with his head. I've never seen anything like this guy at set pieces for the attributes he has, the stature. Unbelievable how bad he is at set pieces. That's not a foul as Caden Jackson goes down for the 8th time. Mendes Lang. Rothwell's been the best player so far for me. Best player. Dan James. Peru. Solomon looks offside. Leeds throw. mean, Peru played that ball, and I think Solomon stayed on side, actually. The hilarious thing is about that is Dan James caught Solomon up and beat him, I think. Solomon, Aronson, Solomon, Strout. Rodon, Peru, tackled. Too many touches in there. Rodon again. Dan James, left-footed ball in to no one. I love Dan, but sometimes when that ball's put into the box, he only cuts back onto his left foot. He's not even looking up. He never looks up. And that is the tale of the game, everybody. No shots on target for either side. 25 minutes in. Derby will be happy with that. Touches in opposition box. Leeds have had 4. 4. Aaronson's been absolutely flattened by Nat Phillips. See, I guess this is the problem with rotating your front line. And look, for me, I think Daniel, I backed what Daniel Farker did at the beginning. You do wonder, is it going to be a case of time with Solomon, Aronson, and James? I think the problem with rotation is you've not got that synergy between the front line. They've not played together. But Ramazani and Nonto take that all away from you anyway because they're just too good. Do you know what I mean? They're too good. I just said, when it comes to Nonto, I feel like you just have a word with him in his ear a little bit. You rely on the fullback to do his job, and you're just not petulant. But maybe he just doesn't trust William Yonto to not be petulant when it comes to picking up that card. And I get that to an extent. And we should be able to rely on our rotation here. But Ramazani, I'm pretty sure he said it'd be 3 games anyway, didn't he? I think this is the 3rd game, so he should be playing a bigger part today. James, Bogle. Rodon. I think Leeds are just not playing the ball in the air because of the conditions a lot as well, which restricts us. Aronson blocked again. Dan James, ball in, headed out. If Dan's putting these balls in, they've got to be a little bit better, I think, because it's just hitting the centre backs. They're waiting for this, and you're playing the ball into Peru. That's it. That's it. You're playing just the ball into Peru against essentially 3 centre backs. Say at the minute, Leeds very pretty on the ball, but nothing being done yet. Peru playing wide right at the minute. Wide left, I should say. Solomon, really good ball in. Verber's got to be offside. Plays the ball in. It's an excellent ball in from Verber, and I think he's offside. He looks a mile off there. Good morning, says Amy. You can tell soccer players in England never played in pouring rain and windy conditions. Does Aronson ever look up? More than enough quality to get past Derby. Connor says, we've got to be better. I'm sick of watching football teams come here and sit 11 players behind the ball. John says, Connor James scuffs it a lot of the time, but he definitely looks where he's crossing. He's had several precision assists with that cross. But a lot of the time, John, it's not about, for me, mate, it's not that I think it's a little bit of luck of the draw, really. It's how you connect with the football. And Dan, it's been a 50-50 split, really, hasn't it? Where he connects with it when it comes to his left foot. And he creates a really good angle, which is what he's trying to do when he's cutting back on his left foot. But it's managed to go into the path of Peru, of Aronson, or whatever. But there is a big portion of it where I think probably about 50% of the time where it doesn't come off, or he doesn't connect with it properly, or he overcooks it, or he hits it into Rose Ed, or he scuffs it. And I think that will be improved by him just looking up a little bit more and taking his time. It is normally a cutback, and his first thought is with that second touch, just put it in the box. Rothwell. Verber does really well there. One touch pass on to Peru. Leeds corner. Verber's looked steady when he's come on. Rode on with the biggest chance of the game so far. Rothwell with the corner. Ball in. Headed out. Leeds throw. Oh dear, everyone. It's a lot of huffing. Rothwell, who I've said it before, I think he's been the best player in this game so far. Bogle. Tanaka. James. Looks for Tanaka blocked. I mean, Derby just do nothing. They're just hoofing the ball clear. Oh, my God. But Leeds got a breakthrough. That's the whole point. They've come to just sit back. Stroke. Rothwell. Excuse me. Bogle. Intercepted. Bogle wins it back. And it's a foul. Shout out to you, Andrew. What am I drinking, mate? Yerba mate, mate. Yeah, I don't know why Ampidu's warming up. Just keep himself warm, I'm not sure. Presumably. I mean, it would make no sense Ampidu coming on in this game. Unless we're winning. Because he's your more defensive option. So unless you're bringing him on for Tanaka, it doesn't make sense. Chef Wednesday losing to Preston at home. Sunderland 1, Stoke 1. Rode on. Aronson. Ball forward. Pascal. Solomon's kept himself onside. Ball across. Defended well. Lee's throw. Yeah, it's a good run from Solomon. He's done really well there. It's a lovely ball. Lovely ball from Pascal as well in the conditions. It's a good ball across, to be fair. Pro's just not across his man. So this is what I'm saying, everybody, when it comes to Brendan. And you have to focus in on him a little bit here. In that number, Leeds are having to go out wide a lot. They're congesting the middle part of the pitch. They're compact. But who's the only player, really, who's trying to create in that central space? It's actually Rothwell. It's Rothwell. Aronson is offering nothing in that central space here. It's just almost like rebounds and ricochets that he's moving on to. Dan James does really well here. Takes on his man. Puts the ball in, and it is dealt with. But we need to see more from Aronson in that position. Need to see more from him. Need to see more creativity, more ingenuity on the ball. Just need to see more from him. Leeds are having to go out wide because he's not an option. Peru. That's better movement. That's the movement of a cam. Has a strike on goal over the bar. Don't mind it. It's a shot, I guess. Hi, Connor. Says Matt. Hope you are, mate. This is poor. Derby will be happy with this. Oh, they'll be buzzing with it, mate. Yeah, they'll be buzzing with it at the minute. The task is on us. We knew what Derby were going to do. It's a Paul Warne side. You know what I mean? He managed Rotherham for about 800 years. We know what he's going to bring. Exactly what he's going to bring. It's up to Leeds United to break through. Don't think the conditions are helping with our style of play, but that's absolutely no excuse. Excuse me. Leeds throw. Rodon. Bogle. Aronson. Tanaka. Verba does well. Strout launches it. It's a no one. Yeah, it's not good. It's not good. It's really not good, this. I think the conditions are affecting it. I think Leeds are going to be much better second half, I have to say. But, you know, Yeah. Solomon wins it. Oh, just needed to pass it off there, and he tried to take him on, but he's not got the balance to do that. So he's giving it away. Ball forward. He's not going to get to that, Caden Jackson. They're just, I don't know what it is, where it's not like I think the only genuinely the intense players in this game so far have been James, Bogle, and Rothwell. I think the rest of them are just a little bit lax at the minute. Dan James, here we go. Wins a foul. Well done, Dan. Well done. Mendez Lang gives it away. Well done, Dan James. Needs to do that more often. Just run at them, and any sort of touch just go down. Every other player does it. Dan can be very honest. Just a goal. They're gonna have to open up. If we get a goal, then we can hurt them with 2, 3, 4. We've got more than enough to do it. Got to think as well. We've got another centre back on now as well in Verba. Another centre back should be more dangerous. Joe Rodon. I'm hoping if he actually connects this one, he's actually going to get the ball on target. For a centre back, the worst headerer, if that is a term, headerer of the ball I've ever seen. For how tall he is. What does he stand? Maybe at similar height to Pontus. Do you remember how dangerous Pontus was in the air? Or even Kyle Bartley. Maybe an inch taller than Joe. But Joe's just interpretation and perception of where the ball's going to land, and then his execution for a centre back is really poor. You compare him to Pascal in those situations, really poor. Now, what is going on here? Get on with it, ref. Rothwell. Like to see a drilled ball here, but I don't know if we're going to get it. This feels like it's going to fly over Rothwell. Yeah. Headed out. Bogle. It's still, when we look at Luton, when we look at Sheffield United, when we look at Coventry, it's not at that level yet, is it? Even intensity. Tanaka, lovely ball through, lots of space. Brendan Aronson, unlucky. Did well. Did okay. Probably Leeds his best chance. They kind of opened up there. They opened up. Brendan had loads of space, turned really nicely, actually. It was a decent effort. Decent effort. Actually, it was a poor effort, straight at the keeper. Corner, Leeds. But he did well. Rothwell. Ball in. Rodon. Yeah! There you go. Fantastic. The jinx. Good. I was about to absolutely hammer him at half time. Fantastic. Brilliant. Set piece. There we go. Honestly, guys, you can't believe it. You can't. Hey, Emmett, he can't though, can he? I mean, that first one just shows it. Flip. I cannot believe he scored a header. And look at this. What a ball in. He's just had to head that. The speed's on the ball anyway. Excellent ball in from Rothwell. So I'm saying, guys, a lot of people get Ampadu in. Is that another assist for Rothwell? There we go. Another excellent corner in. Get in. Oh, Sujal. I forgot about your promise, mate. Brilliant stuff. Told you, the connotator. I love jinxing stuff. But do you think though, with the amount of corners we've had, with Rothwell on it, bloody hell, Derby are first for set piece goals in the division. Let's just wait for this. Derby are first. Got a corner here. They all look massive, to be fair. Ball in. terrible corner. But ball's still alive. And Leeds, well done, Rothwell again. Go on, Joe. Mendes-Lang's gone all the way back. But yeah. Oh, play the ball forward here. Should be Elan's. Brilliant. Brilliant stuff. So, yeah, look, Joe, with Rothwell's balls in and rode on, I was thinking to myself, and then he missed that on the penalty spot. I'm like, Joe, come on. Come on. But yeah, guys, he has been poor, but in terms of just headering the ball, but brilliant there. Brendan Harrison tries to take on his man. So Lee's top of the table at the minute. Good stuff. Melee. Cash in. Poor ball. Leeds win the seconds. Rothwell. Verber advancing forward. Max Verber. Oh, unlucky. Unlucky. Shout out to Ren. Rothwell cannot be dropped once Ampadu is back. Please drop Harrison and play Rothwell in the 10. Shout out to your comment, mate. Bogle on the right-hand side. Bit of space. Jaden against his old team. Fires it across. Oh, man, just needed to tap him. Well done, Bogle. Just put a tweet out, guys. Joe Rothwell deserves more flowers. He does, man. He does. Look, I love Tanaka. Love Ampadu, but Rothwell just doesn't get enough. It just doesn't get enough flowers, man, from our fan base. And just the disrespect. And I know Ampadu's back, but just get him out without even a second thought. Just get Rothwell out. Derby playing out. Cash in. I agree with you, Ren. Right, come on, Leeds. Let's not do the Leeds thing. We all know what we're doing now, don't we? What do you reckon if you're not watching, Leeds have started to do all of a sudden? Just fall back a little bit. Come on. Roll on. I am buzzing for him. I'm buzzing for him. Rothwell. Strout. Rothwell. Roll on. Roll on. That brilliant ball, Joe. Brilliant ball. Really lovely ball to Dan James. Plays the ball in. Headed out. I don't think we're going to be winning many of those headers. Obviously, they've got more set piece goals than anyone in the championship. I don't think we're going to be winning those with Peru. Harrison. Yeah! Woohoo! Get in there. Brilliant. Was that Brendan? They're all proving me wrong. Am I doing this as a tactic? To be fair, I didn't slag Brendan off. Just say he should be doing better. Brendan with the ball into the middle. Maximilian Verber. Lovely finish with his right peg. Let's have a quick look at this again. Leeds just playing around with Derby. Dan James up the intensity. Brendan just zipped the ball in, to be fair. He just zipped the ball in. It was deflected and a brilliant finish by Verber. Just following the ball in. Love it. An additional ball in the box. Get in, Max proper finish that. Look, it's pretty much on the line, but it's his weak foot. Could have spooned that. The ball came in at him. The ball came in at pace. Lovely finish. 2-0 to Leeds. It's a long way to Derby when you shit. It's a long way to Derby when you shit. It's a long way to Derby. Long way to Derby. Long way to Derby when you shit. Yes, it is. 2-0. Get in there. Up the whites. Woo! Verba with maybe a leaving present. Who knows? Get in, Max. Come on, Leeds. Let's just kill him, man. We've got the wind in the second half. I know a lot of you will be starting laughing at that, but the wind has been absolutely horrendous at Ellen Road. So we should be just taking pot shots at this keeper who fumbled that road on header. Derby win it. They are tripe. They're absolutely tripe. But I do like Paul Wong. Keep saying this, but I do. That's it. Go get the goals up, people. Go get that GD up. They are crap, man. Brilliant, Verba. It's not a foul. It's not a foul. You useless, useless referee. Max Verba did really, really well there to win the ball back up high. Gave it on to Mano Solomon, and the referee, for some reason, has just given a foul. I don't know why. Wasn't a foul. Get in, Max. Love that. Didn't expect that, I have to say. Where's my pen gone? Cashin trying to take on Solomon. Verba again. Verba again. Brilliant. Brilliant, Max. He's been excellent since he's come on, to be fair to him. It's not Max that I was worried about. And Leeds go into half-time. 2-0 up. Bit of a dodgy start, I thought, has to be said. Bit of a dodgy start. And we'll get into a bit of half-time analysis. What? Why is it? No. It's 2-0, isn't it? It's a long way to Derby. Long way to Derby. Long way to Derby when you bam bam. Right, guys, look. Not a great half. Not a great start to the half, I should say. I didn't think Leeds were great. I thought losing possession in key areas, the intensity, you were thinking, oh, goodness me, is this going to be Leeds' undoing again when it comes to these early starts of which we just cannot seem to get up for? But the goal has just opened everything up. The Joe Rodon sitter. I mean, all the watch-alongers on here with me. It was doing my Sweden. I'll have to be honest. Joe Rodon from corners, still not scored for Leeds from a corner. He missed a sitter on the penalty spot, and you were thinking, can this guy score from corners? He's 6'3". He's a centre back, and he cannot score from corners. And then a lovely downwards header, and you saw it just absolutely, explode out of him emotion-wise, and excellent. Really happy for Rodon. We all love him, and that's the difference. You need Sheffield United. You have Anel, who gets suspended for 3 games and isn't reliable. He has discipline issues, clearly. And you get Joe Rodon scoring a crucial goal for Leeds United, and he's on the pitch. A little bit of banter there between me and Jimmy. He reckons Anel's miles ahead of Joe Rodon. No, but Joe's actually had a really decent game. Was actually putting some really defense-splitting passes in. And what I will say as well, everybody, is the wind is a big problem. It was a big problem in that first half, and I think that's why Leeds weren't playing a lot of the balls over the top, because of the wind. So now the wind's going to be with us. I'm expecting Leeds just to be getting shots off, get that goal difference up. Lack of intensity in the first half, some bad decisions I thought from Brendan, and in particular Joel Peru. I think Tanaka's been quite quiet, but for me, the best player on the pitch so far, we have to be honest, is Joe Rothwell. Joe's been exceptional. He's been exceptional. And I think his intensity, I think him and Dan James in particular, I think Bogle's been good as well. But Joe's just, the delivery for Rodon's ball in. And for everybody who's saying, I've put this out, just put this out on Twitter, Get him out, get Ampadu in. I think it's so disrespectful. I think Rodon has been so frigging good for Leeds United. And I don't think Ampadu gets back in right now. I think he's got to work back to it. I'm sick of just look, I love Ethan. I love Ethan, but the glazing of him, obviously the manager talking about him in press conferences, he's our best player, all this sort of stuff, the captain. I get it. But let's put some respect on Joe Rothwell's name. He's been the best player on the pitch. We always big up Tanaka when Tanaka's been unbelievable. When Joe's been unbelievable, oh yeah, Joe Rothwell's good as well. He's been unbelievable in that first half. The intensity, the tempo, everything's been dictated by him. Excuse me, the ball into the box, the brilliant balls into the box for Rodon's 2 chances. He's been really, really good in that game. I just want to see him getting the respect he deserves and the flowers that he deserves. Solomon in the game, been okay. A little bit soft in some of the tackles, I feel. Needs to stand up. He's in the championship now. Verba, I was, and I still kind of am questioning it. If he's leaving in January, why is he on the pitch? Shop window, maybe. Maybe there's a bit of a long-term gain there for Leeds United. But Isaac Schmidt's a 24-year-old lad. We bought him in to be the sustenance, the replacement for our fullbacks. Just isn't getting a sniff. And I don't understand it if Verba is to go in January. Like I said, the only reason I understand it is shop window. That's where I get it. But anything else, just a little bit confusing to me. But what a finish from it. And he's been excellent since he's been on the pitch. So the player coming on, I've always liked Max. I think he's a good player. He won't be picked by Ralph Ragnick at international level as his captain if he wasn't decent as well. So look, yeah, Verba's been really good when he came on. Got that goal, really good finish because the ball came at him quick as well. I'd say 25 minutes in, 4 touches in the opposition box. Leeds were really doing nothing. No shots on target, but excellent from Joe Rothwell. Ren said, a corner goal and a Verba goal. It must be excellent. It must be Christmas. This happens once this year. Brendan Aronson. Yeah, Aronson got the assist. I have to say with Aronson, but it was a bit of a mixed half from him. Decision making again. Let's not change the course of history here. He was okay in that first half. I'd like to see Leeds going through him a little bit more. I think centrally Leeds go through Rothwell a lot more when we're going forward. There's a lot more dynamism from Rothwell in pushing Leeds up the pitch. I want to see that a little bit more from Aronson. Aronson's brilliant when it comes to the ricochets and the second balls and getting himself in positions. But I want to see Brendan getting the ball, wanting the ball off the double pivot and driving Leeds through that middle. There's too many times where we're having to go out wide to put that ball in. That's the only thing I would say. Arch says needs to be Amper, Roth, and Tanaka. Brendan works hard, but that doesn't convert into skillful plays. Assist just took a lucky deflection. Tanaka in the 10. Yeah, don't get me wrong. Like look, Brendan's done okay in that half, but look, let's not just be giving out plaudits because it's someone who you like. He's been okay that half. He's been okay. We need to see more from him though. So Derby County side who are woeful away from home. Pick up the ball in that central attacking midfield role and start to do it yourself, mate, because you should have more than enough ability to really run this game by yourself. So, yeah, that's probably one thing I would say. But yeah, guys, what we're going to do is just have a quick break. So as you can tell, I am dying. But make sure you join me for the second half of the watch along. 2-0 Leeds United, everybody. And I'm expecting a goal route in this second half with the wind coming on us as well. Being with us, I should say. Pause. Hello, everyone. Oh, how are we doing? Any donations, everybody, will go to a lemsip for Connor. A lemsip. Right, start on with me. Three, two, one. Refresh with me, everybody, and we'll get going to the second half. Looks like there's no changes for Leeds United. Come on, ref. Bash. Here we go, everybody. Back with the second half. Leeds kicking towards the cot, thus towards the wind. How are we doing? Oh, everybody. I'm whinging about being ill, but I hope you're all still enjoying it. Hisham, I can have a look at it, mate. Yeah, I can have a look at it. No problem. Can definitely have a look at it. Yep. Agree with you, Mark, completely. Shout out to Art, shout out to Ren, shout out to Sujal, MW, Martin, Ben, and Alistair for the donations as well. Everybody really appreciate that. Donations get read out first, then members, and then obviously the brilliant subscribers, of course. Make sure you're checking out on over the Patreon, everybody. We're going to have a free merchandise drop over there, but you have to be a Patreon member. Also, everybody, make sure you check out Back 4 anyway. They've got bundles. This is limited right now. The Tanaka merch is limited. A lot of the One Leeds bits are limited as well, so make sure you check it out. Get it before Christmas. Well worth it. Joe Rodon. And we have your instant match reaction afterwards, of course. Joe Rodon. Rothwell, who I thought was terrific first half. Leeds with the wind. Fly, my pretties, fly. Oh, Dan James plays the ball really poorly behind Jayden Bogle. This should be a tricky half as Tanaka tries to win it. And he does. He puts the pressure on well. Coming away with it now. Big chance for Leeds. Solomon. Verber on the overlap. Solomon. Oh, come on, man. Oh, it's got to be better than that. He had three chances to pull the trigger. Delayed it too much. That's where we need your incisiveness. Mendes Lang. Already Derby can't get out. The wind's got to help us here. Come on, Leeds. Come on, boys. Already a minute in and you can tell. Tanaka. Let's get that goal difference up, shall we? I'm still sort of sure that Sheffield might win at West Brom tomorrow. But I don't really care. I don't care, to be honest. Just get us in the top two. I'm not asked about who comes where at the minute. I'm really not. Just get us in the top two combo. Sunderland currently struggling. Leeds, 10 games, 9 wins when scoring first. No defeats. And look, we've been 2-0 up on structure before against this lot. Solomon. Aronson actually played a really nice ball there, but Solomon didn't predict it. Ball cleared. I mean, Leeds are massively on top already, you can tell. Already tell. Tanaka. Rodon. He's had a really good half, really good first half. I thought his in possession was very good. In possession was excellent. Lost my pen. Pen's gone. Rothwell. Ooh, nearly a good ball through there. Leeds have got to utilise that wind. Derby are going to have to take about 10 minutes to get used to it here because it doesn't look great playing against, and that is Storm Dara, obviously. Ooh. Strouk's been done there, but luckily Caden Jackson doesn't do anything because he's a crap footballer. No, just boots it out of play, though. Derby trying to get a feel of it here. Osborne. Forsyth. I'd love to see Leeds press a little bit here. You know, a little bit of pressure because they won't be able to handle it, especially with the wind against them. I keep saying this, but it's massive. If you've ever played against the wind in football, it is minging. It's absolutely disgusting. Bogle pressing high. That's better on Mendes Lang. Look, they can't handle it. They're not good enough on the ball, so just press them high. Go on, Brendan. Ball's catching up as well. Look at this when they're pressed high. Don't respect them and give them the ball. Leeds win it high up. Really good opportunity here. Brendan Aronson. Brendan Aronson. Brendan Aronson. Oh, James. Fucking hell. Brendan Aronson, man. Come on. It's good defending, but press them high. They can't deal with it. They cannot deal with pressure. They're not good on the ball. I don't know why sometimes we just kind of sit back. It's like a little bit of, well, they might counterattack. No, be aggressive, win the ball high, get the third goal, get the fourth goal, kill them off. They're not good enough. Set piece again. Leeds scored from a set piece. Let's have another one, shall we? Two really good balls in. Say Derby good at defending them as well. Joe's movement's been good in this game. Ball in, extra centre back on the pitch as well. Rothwell. Good ball in again. Back out to Rothwell. Aronson. Mano Solomon. Ooh, good effort. Good effort, Mano. Cuts in on his right. Shot on goal. Don't mind it. Thought it went in, to be honest. Checks in. Yeah, it's about a yard wide, but it's a good effort. So that's what I need to do. If the wind's going with you, shoot. Don't be afraid. Have a shot. I'm not going to criticise Leeds players for ever having a go when the wind's with you as well. And you're 2-0 up. Have a go. Let's get a third. Let's get a fourth. Let's get a fifth. Rodon. Leeds win it again. Mendes Lang. Well done, Bogle. Brilliant defending. Brilliant defending from Jayden Bogle. Excellent 1v1. Aronson needs to release it. He's on his arse again. He does well. Play on, you dick. Why don't you let him play on there? He's actually done really well to stay up. Protect the ball. Ref stops it, as they always do. Rothwell. Checks back. Always looking forward, Joe Rothwell. Aronson stops it. I think he got in his way there. I think that was for Bogle. Tanaka. Joe Rodon. Tanaka. Tanaka. Rodon. Quick feet from Solomon. He's cutting inside there. Tanaka. Yeah, good ball. Brendan Aronson in the pocket. Tanaka again. Goes for goal. It's a bit of a meek effort from Tanaka. Can't say it's got any velocity on it, really. Maximo Park settings. Joe Rodon. Leeds completely in control here. I've said 3-0. Who else said 3-0? Tanaka. Dan James. Ball in. Headed out. It's a Leeds corner. Nelson knocks it out. Looks like it could be a very long day for Derby if we get another one. Corner Leeds. Balls in have been excellent. Excellent. Have to say. Every single one is beating the first man, and it's pretty much on the penalty spot from Rothwell. Can he do it again? Joe Rothwell. Misses everyone. Solomon doesn't need to go all the way back. Bogle. Harrison. Rodon. Strout. Tanaka. Derby literally haven't got out of the half. It's like they've got like 9 men. They're showing absolutely nothing. No ambition. Nothing. This is why like they're more worried about Leeds getting a third. Bogle. Strout. Okay, Derby get up the pitch a little bit as Leeds go back to Elan Mele. I think Storm Dara's getting involved, everybody. I don't know if you guys are having the exact same thing, but the stream's not like being affected directly, but the picture's getting a little bit fuzzy at points. Melee. Road on. And they've won the second ball here, Derby. Cash in. Osborne. Forsyth. Osborne. Probably Derby's best spell of the half, Nelson. Osborne. Spell, by the way. I mean spell of possession. Osborne tackled by Aronson. That's a horrendous tackle. Aronson should have gone rolling there and he should have been sent off. Swear to God, that looked like a really poor tackle from Ben Osborne. Elan Melier, calm down, Elan. Calm the frick down. No pressure whatsoever. Elan Melier hits it into the West Stand. I don't know why he did that. Good to see that. Jerry Yates with 8 touches. 8 touches in this half. That's terrible. Shows the dominance of Leeds. Mendes Lang. Come on, Leeds. Press high up the pitch. See, we just fall back when the centre-backs have the ball. I don't know why we do this. And I know, look, you have to conserve a bit of energy. I understand that. But there should be some trigger points. Like now when the centre-back's got the ball. Leeds push up high. Come on. On the goalkeeper's touch. It's windy. Peru is just miles behind the ball. Anyway, Tanaka, lovely touch. Go forward. Ow. Bogle. Oh, Lang's done well there, actually, defending. But there's no options for Bogle there for some reason. Osborne. They're absolutely crap. They're crap. They are crap. The thing is, this is it right now. You bring Largi Ramazani on, he destroys them. But it's whether or not you want to do that. I'm not sure Farker wants to do that. I'm not sure he wants to do that. I think he'd rather him... He's risk averse, isn't he? So I think he'd rather him just be, in his mindset, sort of like fully fit, even though he should be really fully fit to be on the bench. You're not on the bench if you're not fit to play a football match. That doesn't make any sense to me. So, yeah. Rodon. Verba. Solomon. Solomon, probably the best effort of the second half, I'd say. Rothwell. Solomon. Strout. Strout gets it out, but he's doing the right thing. He's trying to move it quickly. Leeds aren't moving it quickly enough in the second half. They're not moving it quickly enough. Oh, well played, Brendan Harrison. Dan James. Oh, saved by the goalkeeper. Saved by the goalkeeper. Harrison unlucky again. Did well there, though, Brendan. Leeds free kick. Emmett, I really hope, mate. I really hope. Because, look, mate, we've built up a bit of a relationship, bud, over the years. You've been on this channel. And I get we disagree and agree. I really hope that that's not at me, mate. I really hope that's not at me. Because you know better than that, especially as a member of the channel. Because I'm 31 years of age, mate. Nobody's got an agenda. And you shouldn't say people have got an agenda to suit your narrative just because you think a certain way. Road on. Nearly a great ball through there. I really hope, Emmett, that's not at me, mate. But it could be. Rothwell, excellent tackle. Recovers the ball really well. Needs a runner. Has it. Emmanuel Solomon. Overlap of... but he's cutting inside again. And he's killed the attack, Emmanuel Solomon. Cutting inside. Tanaka. Oh, good effort. Good effort. Really good effort by Al Tanaka. Saved by the goalkeeper. Why are we not shooting more? The wind is on our side. Let's have some more shots, Leeds. Solomon. Come on. Let's have a few cracks at goal here. Like Tanaka's just done. Love that. Verba. We're getting the ball in central areas, and that's lovely from Tanaka. Solomon's done it earlier on as well. Leeds win the ball back here. Joel Peru. Oh, my goodness. And the ball has drifted wide. Petr saves it. It's a good save from the keeper. Brilliant from Peru there. Somehow got the shot in through the defender's legs. A nightmare for the keeper. It's a brilliant save. It's a brilliant save. Exactly, Connor. Yeah. Member of the channel, mate. Emmett knows better. Knows better. Rothwell. On the corner for Leeds. It's a brilliant ball in. Knocked out by the goalkeeper. Solomon on the edge. Have a shot, lad. Oh! Ah. Dan James. Does well. Rothwell. This is what I mean. Just a few extra shots here. We're in, man. Tanaka in the box. Oh, he's offside. That's so annoying. It's a brilliant save, that. Has to be said. It's an excellent save from the goalkeeper. It's a good keeper, isn't he? It's a good keeper. I think statistically he's like top 5 in the divisions, Etterstrom. Oh, there's my pen. Found my pen. Derby with 2 subs coming on. I think, is that Harness? Is that Harness at previously of Ipswich? I think it is. Rothwell. Bogle. Oh, James has done well. The ball didn't go out there. James has done well to just Cruyff turn that down the line. Rothwell recovering there on the centre-back spot. And just knocks it out for a throw-in. Don't mind that. Forsyth. Mendes Lang. It's another game where Leeds should be about 3 or 4 up. Zetterstrom launches it. And it's come all the way back. That's the wind. Peru. Leeds not winning that second ball, but Bogle picks up the third. It's a poor ball from Jaden Bogle. Lazy. Out of position. Derby coming forward here. A little bit of space. Mendes Lang puts the ball forward. Leeds should be able to deal with it. Strauch. Yeah, he's done really well there, Pascal. At least not winning the free kick. Referees decided not to do that. Jerry Yates. Osborne. Don't give a foul away. Forsyth. Nelson. Forsyth. Osborne. Rothwell after him. But they've done really well there, Derby, to get out of it. It's really good football from Derby County. Ball played in the box. Melee says probably Derby's best moment of the match. Their best move of the match. Very comfortable for Leeds, I feel. Very comfortable. It's good football there. Just honestly, just shots. Shots. Let's get into this opposition half and let's have some cracks at goal, shall we? Rothwell. Rodon. Strout. Yeah, lovely ball over the top. Can Solomon get there? The wind's going to go with it. I don't know if he can. He has actually. The ball's held up. Is the wind going this way? Not 100% sure. Solomon. And we've gone all the way back from a really good position. Take the ball out wide, Solomon. Go on your left. Doing the Jack Grealish. You know the Jack Grealish from Man City? That's how I perfectly describe Solomon. Just cut inside, cut inside. Oh, it's a great ball from Tanaka to Aronson. It's a really good ball. Good mean, and I think it's Harness, if my football knowledge is right. Oh, Caden Jackson. There you go, you knob. Why would you sign Caden Jackson, man? Why would you sign Caden Jackson? Man who sang Leeds are falling apart again with absolutely no relevance at about 20 minutes. 20 minutes worth of game time throughout the whole of last season. It is Harness. Harness comes on. Paul Warren looks a somber figure. So Matteo's going to be coming on. Verba clears. Ball's come down with snow on it. Come on, Leeds. Press a little bit high. Well done, Brendan. Well done, Brendan Aronson. Leeds just can't recover that ball. It's intercepted from Max Verba. Leeds throw. I'd just like to see Leeds pick it up. Nonto's coming on. Good news. I think Gilavoggi might be coming on as well. He's getting stripped off. So it's Daniel Farker's classic 70th minute changes. It's mad how scripted this manager is, isn't it? It's mad. Now, I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but it is crazy how scripted it is. It's mad. Derby coming away with it here. I think we just have lost a little bit of intensity. I have to say, from the end of that, for the start of the second half, I think Leeds have lost it a little bit. Derby County with a really good opportunity here. You should have done better there, but it is a Derby corner. But they had 4-on-4 there, Derby. Yep, Leeds Verba completely out of position there. Rodon did well to defend it. Corner Derby. Ball in. Ooh, it's a good ball in, actually. Evades everyone, though. Leeds throw. Yeah, I think we need a few subs, actually, now. I think we need a few subs, as I think Ben Osborne's coming off, is he? No. It's a lovely ball in, though, I have to say. Strauch's just got a touch on it. Just got a touch on it before Wilson, who was there, ready to stick it in, I think. Here we go. Joseph and Nonto coming on. Solomon coming off. I think that's the right shout. He will not bring Brendan Aronson off, will he? It's unbelievable. Nonto comes on. Good to see him. And Aaronson's coming off. There you go. Wrong again. He looks disappointed. He looks disappointed, Brendan, interestingly. Joseph on. So you got Joseph and Peru on. It's what we like to see. Osborne. Oh, lovely ball. Harness. Yeah, excellent defending from Jaden Bogle. Let's go kick. Brilliant from Bogle. But Derby have definitely pushed an extra 5 yards up the pitch, I'd say. I'd say Derby look a little bit better now. I think the subs have helped. I think the lack of quality they had. Jesus Christ. Sunderland still 1-1. Melee. Bogle. Does really well. Cuts inside. Oh, Peru should have had a go on his left foot. Why didn't he have a go? Joel Peru. The wind is with us. Max Verba's got the right idea, but look at the position. Peru opens his body. First touch. Have a dig, Joel. Have a dig. Plays it to Max Verba's right foot, who Max has a go. That's Peru. touch out of the body, really good first touch. Second touch was excellent. Have a dig. The wind's with us. I don't know why we're not shooting more. I don't know why we're not shooting more. Baffling to me. James, Joseph. Don't think he's going to quite get round the centre backs there, but he's won a corner. Well done, Joseph. Leeds corner. Let's have another one. Got some tall players on now as well with Joseph coming on. Rothwell. Oh, puts his laces through it this time. Headed out. Nonso. Leeds throw. Ferber for the throw here. That looked like a foul throw. Joseph does well. Peru. Tanaka. Tanaka. Nonso. Leeds throw. Better from Nonso, been a bit more direct. I'd like to see Leeds been a bit more direct here. It's kind of, we're fine with the 2-0, which is great. And obviously, I'm more than happy with the 2-0. Expected, obviously. I mean, Derby have been battered. But I'd just love it to be reflected in the scoreline sometimes. The amount we've dominated this game, they're showing the match momentum. It's staggering. Derby just haven't, I mean, they might as well just not have turned up. And I just love it sometimes to just be replicated or represented, I should say, in the scoreline as Leeds win another corner. And this struggling Derby, they're really, really struggling to keep up with us. Guys, slap a like on the video as well if you would do. There's not enough likes on the video. Come on. Come on. Let's go. Rothwell. Corner coming in now. Stick it on the keeper. Ball in. Yeah, good hands. Really good hands from Zetstrom. Good keeper him, isn't he? Good keeper. Yeah, really impressed with him. Maybe that first one he could have done better than if we're being super critical. Osborne. Thompson. Malay picks it up. Tanaka. I'm really interested what your guys' thoughts on the instant match reaction after this game. Make sure you come and join me. Should be redirected from this straight to the instant match reaction. Rodham. Yeah, I love a little flick ball there. Yeah, Bogle's done well. Yeah, he's done really well there, Bogle. Dan James now. Oh, Joseph's in. Fucking hell. Fuck me. Oh, God. It's just stupid things like that. Joseph's in. He's literally in. He's in. Just play that ball around the side and he's in. Oh, it's frustrating, guys. It is frustrating sometimes, the decision making. I love Dan, but that is, my God. Stuff like that would really help Joseph as well. That'd really help Joseph, confidence-wise. Corner to Leeds. Oh, I love that. Rothwell's got the new Preds on. Ball in. He's going to have to fizz it here, I think, again. He has done. Fizzed it. Booted away. Bogle. It's done well. Back to Melee. It's evidently really hard with the corners to put some decent ones in. I think Joseph's got to this. Melee's distribution. Joseph's won a corner. Excellent forward play from Joseph. Really, really well. Did really, really well. Melee's played that ball and Joseph's fought the whole way and got another corner. But yeah, guys, I think from this side, it should be all right because it should invert on the keeper so he literally can whip it with his instep. But on that other side, if you've not got a left footer, you're gonna have to fizz it. He's gonna have to lace it, and that's what Rothwell's doing all the time. Rothwell again here. I'd like to see us on Zetterstrom a little bit more. He's not been disturbed enough in there. Rothwell. Flicked on. Oh, flicked on by Strauch. Just needed the touch. James. Bogle. Don't let him out. Don't let him out. Don't let him out. Come on. Nonso. And they've got out because we've gone all the way back to Melee. I just think we let them off the hook. It's 2-0. I know I'm being picky, but I'd love us to not just let them off the hook here. And I know we're not purposefully doing it, but it's, yeah, just the intensity seems to have just dropped a little bit. I thought the start of the second half, Leeds were really on top. Shots, everything, and it just seems to have dipped. Keepers, that ball's going to come all the way back. He's roofed it in the air. The keeper's not learning here. Rothwell does well. Joseph chases it. That ball is just sticking in the air. And that's a Leeds throw. That is not a Derby throw, but there we go. Yeah, I agree, Sujal. I agree. It's fine. It's 3. Look, I'll pick him. I just think, yeah. I mean, Zetterstrom has he's kept us away from with a wonderful save from Peru, hasn't he? That third goal, but game's not over yet. But let's try and get that third, Leeds. Let's try and get that third, especially with them struggling to play out at the back. I mean, they can't get these patterns of play going whatsoever. Jerry Yates has just been swallowed up completely. So they've got a threat there, of course they have. But if I was Leeds, I'd still like us to be a bit more risky. Tanaka, lovely ball. Here we go, Jaden Bogle, William Yonto. Derby free kick. We're not being ruthless enough in these situations. Just not being ruthless enough. I'd like to see what our XG is actually. Let's have a look at the XG. Wonder if it's higher than 2. Let's have a look at the XG. Well, to be fair, it's 0.88. I mean, Derby, but look at this. 15 shots to Derby's 1. Derby have cultivated 0.02 XG. Madness. Madness. Probably say that the worst team to come to Ellen Road to this season, I think. They've been dreadful. Really poor. Okay, here they come. Jerry Yates. Harness knocks the ball out of play, I believe. Yep. They've just offered no threat whatsoever. Okay, so 3 more subs for Derby, I think, coming on. So we should be able to hurt him in transition here with the players that we've got on the pitch because they're just going to bring attackers on, aren't they? Joseph. Tanaka. Don't think Tanaka's been great today, people. I have to say, I don't think Tanaka's been great. I think there's been one standout midfielder, in my opinion. But I'm fine with that. But yeah, Harness. Bogle. Gives it away. Poor Bogle. Derby shot on goal. Melee gets behind it. Thompson, I think, with is it one of the first shot on target? Poor from Bogle, that. Really poor from Bogle. Perot, turn out. Come on. Plays the ball through. Dan James. Here we go. Ball in. That's good defending. Nat Phillips. Really good defending. Lovely ball from Peru. Lovely weight of pass. Dan James. I think it's a poor ball. I think it's a poor ball from Dan James. It's behind Joseph, I think. It actually does come off Joseph as well. It should be a goal kick. 3 changes for Derby. Who's this? Ward, Collins, and Barkhausen. Is that the same Barkhausen that was at Preston? I think that's Collins, isn't it? Is it James Collins? Osborne. Well played, Joe Rodon. It's not a foul. It's not a foul, you soft git referee. And he's right up. There we go. Lovely stuff. I know. And he's saying it. It's embarrassing, the standards of refereeing. Collins comes on, throws himself on the floor. It's a brilliant tackle by Rodon. Excellent. Look at the state of you, man. State of you. Your Derby embarrassment. Look at pathetic. Absolutely pathetic. Even more embarrassing, the referee gives a free kick and he gets up. Could give him a booking for getting up like that. Derby, most goals from set pieces. Osborne. Ball whipped in, headed out by Joseph. Leeds are just a little bit asleep here. Osborne again, putting that ball in. Can Leeds transition now? We've kept the ball. We've got the ball. Melee kicks it. Shite kick. Intercepted. Nat Phillips. Why are we letting them get into the game? Look, I get they're going to have a period, especially with these changes, but they're not good enough to have a period. Barkhausen. Leeds intercept. Well done. James. Wins a foul. Harness puts his hands on his head as if that's a staggering foul to give away when James, whatever his name, James Collins, just thrown himself to the floor. They got up within literally 3 seconds. Ramazani's going to be coming on for 8 minutes. I'd have loved to have seen him for a bit more. It's why you pay to come watch the football, innit? Which I've not done. But it's, you pay to be entertained, don't you? I love Ramazani. I absolutely love watching him. Oh, fucking Sunderland have scored. That's so annoying, that. Sunderland have scored. 86th minute. That's irritating. Rothwell. Rodon. Rothwell. Tanaka. Dan James. Yeah, I think Bogle was good first half. I think he's been all right, to be honest. Not been too bad. Not been standout bad or anything like that. I even say with Aronson, I think a lot of the play's been caught up here by the wind. I think it's awful conditions. I mean, it was a storm in it, so Gilovogki's coming on. Ramazani's coming on for 6 minutes. I just don't understand why I just didn't give him longer. I get he's Rothwell, man of the match. Coming off. James coming off as well. So Gilavoggi on. Rodon's going to have to go home here. Oh, he's done well there, Joe. Joe's had a good game, I think. Because of the goal as well, but I think that's one of his best games for Leeds. I think Joe Rodon, I think he's been excellent. Percentages, very, very good. Passing out from the back, I think, has been really good into the central midfield space as well. I think he's been excellent, Rodon. Bogle. Bogle again. Joseph. Lovely ball. Oh, unlucky. 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 Try to find Perot. Nelson goes for it. Bogle wins it. Ramazani. First touch tackled. Looked a bit tentative there. Oh, Gilavoggi does well. Ramazani. Here we go. 4-on-4. Gilavoggi on the overlap. Ramazani. Oh, fuck's sake. Hits Peru. Verba goes for it. It's so annoying. I just want to hit the nail in them. What an op! Ramazani's got 2 yards of space there. It looked like it took an age for him to hit it, and then he just kicks it into Peru's. That looked like it was going wide as well, did it? Yeah, it's going miles wide. It's a poor effort from Ramazani as well. We know how good he can be in those areas. Gilavoggi. Ball over the top. Verba. Max Verba. Ah, what's he given there? What's he given? Offside. Was he off? Yeah, he's not off. He's onside. I hate these refs, man. These officials, they're so bad. He's a yard onside. He's a yard onside. My God. I say, everybody, join us for the instant match reaction. You'll be redirected from here. You don't need to do anything. Verba. Verba's done well, hasn't he? Verba's done well. Okay. Derby goal kick. Or Derby ball. Leeds free kick. Melee. Gone long. Nah, never going to get that. Not in a month of Sundays. Oh, we are? Ramazani skins the brickhead who tried to nail him. Ramazani. Oh, God. Oh, man. I just want to absolutely nail, like, I just want to put the nail into this. It's never a foul. Don't give it, you soft lad ref. Oh, and they've got out of it, man. I don't know how they've got out of that. Oh, Joseph. Oh, Joseph nearly nicks him on a press. He nearly nicks the goalkeeper on a press. And how have they got out of this, man? Zetterstrom, how's he got out of that? Oh, that's so annoying. So annoying. Never foul. It's not a foul. You're just so man. If a player's in trouble, referee, you don't just give a foul because he falls to the floor. If you're in trouble, you're going to fall to the floor because you lot, none of you lot, are brave. So Joe Rodon's got player of the match. I'm not going to argue with that. I'm not going to argue with that. I think Rodon's had his best game in a Leeds shirt. I think he's been excellent. Absolutely excellent for me. We'll talk man of the match in the review as well, everyone. Derby fans going home. It's a long way back to Derby when you shit. It's a long way back to Derby when you shit. Kilovoki wins it. No, I won a foul there. That's good. Match ended 2-1 Sunderland at Stoke, everyone. Kilovoki. Rodon does well. Oh, brilliant from Leeds. Brilliant. It's a terrible ball. I don't think Tanaka's been good, everyone. Don't think he was good. If I'm being picky, Rothwell stands out today as a central midfield. I think Tanaka's just been a little bit off it, I have to say. Good football from Leeds. Better football. Brilliant. Joseph. Nearly had it in his stride. And that's it. Leeds United win, everybody. Make sure you check on us check us on out on the instant match reaction. We're going to be going into the notes, and I'm really interested to hear what you guys have to say. I'll see you in a sec. Stay on tune.